Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zara Berserk, fixing my mic. I've come back, stuck on this ayat and the tafsirs of Surah Azab, ayat 37. Again, let's see if I've missed anything. Any questions on this? So, why to take the other Islamic sources on this and depart from Ahl al-Bayt and the commentaries which helped me, the Shia commentaries on Surah Azab, verse 36, that what is decided for you by Allah and the Messenger should be carried out. And why didn't Zainab bin Jahsh carry it out with the help and blessings and sanctifications, purifications of Allah and the Messenger? So that then she would not have to struggle with her feelings, which was still there, and she felt she was highborn, and Zed was not as her. Since we're told in the tafsirs now, this Islamic sources, that God put love in Prophet Muhammad's heart for her. So this Islamic source, I have to take recourse to commentaries. This is the QuranX.com. QuranX.com, the Quran commentaries for Surah 33, verse 37. There is Ibn Abbas. So now what is this point on? That Prophet Muhammad used Allah, and since I established that he's a false Allah, the Prophet Muhammad used Allah to deceive Zainab into marrying him in a roundabout manner, and that was raping her. So he's one of a kind rapist. Excuse me. And I also have just a little bit warmed up my tea, what has been left over. In my previous, I was in my other channel on this. So why I have to rely on the tafsirs is because I have to look at all sides now in this, and not only take the ayats, where the ayat does say that we gave her to you in marriage. Naqa'a, it says. So we'll be looking at the ayat, this ayat. Surah Azab, verse 37, ayah. So, henceforth after, let me see if I can get this out of the way. Then, divorce her, you feel ashamed of people because of this, whereas you should be ashamed of Allah. You should be ashamed of yourself. And you should be ashamed of Allah, but he's not. As Surah Baqarah 204, he calls Allah to witness. There's one mischievous, corrupted, false liar. And then I can take you to Surah Araf verse, which I showed in that other channel, in regard to this point, rape of Prophet Muhammad. Not only adultery, but rape. How I established this, and I'm a bit shocked and in a lot of pain. So I've come here to help myself also, again and again, see this. And when I get into pain too much, unbearable, let's see if I can talk even properly. But if I can't, please overlook that. So when Zaid had performed, when she was finished her waiting period also after her divorce, Idda, 3 months from Zaid, we gave her unto thee in marriage, so that we gave her, this is the part of the Surah Azab, ayat 37. We gave her unto thee in marriage, not in marriage. If nikah, if the religious scholars and Quran experts don't hide the true meaning of nikah, and it means sexual intercourse. And zawah, jaha could mean a a life partner. But we would say, oh, yes, yeah, Allah sanctified this marriage. Allah could not sanctify Zainab and Zaid's marriage. But Allah, Allah from the seven heaven, because when Allah has decided upon a matter, what does it mean? So if we're told here that this is Allah allowed, Allah married him, why couldn't Allah marry Zaid and Zainab? When the command has come, this means the marriage just taken place, whether you agree to it or not. It's not only for the marriage proposal, and then in marriage you can still have your feelings and this and that. You see how it fails, and I wonder at how Shias failed to see this step by step and tell us that he's a false prophet, he's a rapist, one of a kind. You see, I came to this conclusion when not only adultery, I was like, no. After the live streams, doing so many here yesterday and all, I was like, he used Allah to rape Zainab. It's rape. In my pain here. So then I had to go and look for the definition of pain, rape in, from the Western, right, side, from the Western side. So please don't blame the, I could see it's rape. If you deceive someone, dishonest, and you're getting their consent, but you're using authority, power, Allah, and who is above Allah? So in a roundabout manner, how we also did this, we can see it's not only adultery. He uses Allah, and I have proven through and through that Allah is false Allah, he's a false prophet, so Allah is, he used Allah, the Azim, Haqiqat, reality, that unseen, that one Allah that Muslims take pride in, worshipping alone, Him alone, call on Him alone, and making false idols haram, unforgivable, mushriq, all that. And the one you have been made to bow to only Allah, but you have a Qibla and all that, how you've been deceived in following this one-of-a-kind rapist of his time. If anything is not clear and if I'm mismentioning anything, any point, please correct me in your mind and add your points. But I think that it would not be against this, that he's not a rapist, one of a kind. It would just be adding up to yes, we get it, we see it. And you could be in a shock yourself as I am, so sorry, I don't know how to bring you out of that. But since this is one of the ways to get you out of it, is come here with my shock, with my pain, and show you, be here with you. However my emotions may come out, the pain that I feel. I'm still in shock, so it will take time to accept this. We gave her unto thee in marriage so that henceforth, after there may be no sin. So these two believers are used, so tell us that they are used for this purpose. Zainab is used fully. Doesn't make sense, like using someone, marriage broken, divorce, misery. The Shia commentaries do help in that, telling us, giving me the thing that, oh yes, I'm right, or this divorce should not have happened. There are clues there in the Shia commentary. But I wonder why the Shias did not depart from him and depart from this Imam's explanations and all, but there are nevertheless clues to tell us it's wrong. The marriage should have carried out. It is a source of happiness and all that. And then if you go to Surah Nur ayat. So if you lie against Allah, what Surah Araf verse 33 says, that last part. It's a lie, it's haram. It's a sin. Oh, it's haram. Sin is haram too. But this is a lie against Allah. So Jalalain, retain your wife. Okay, so he has married his son's wife, though God is worthier that you should fear. Take in all things, so take her in marriage. Nikah, zawaja, okay. And do not be concerned with what people say. Zaid subsequently divorced her and her obligatory waiting period was completed. You say, oh, that's great. How he has deceived you. Iddah, months. God exalted be he, says, so when Zaid had fulfilled whatever need he had of her, and he's saying, keep your wife and fear Allah. And then now we're being told that Zaid fulfilled whatever needs he had of her. That this is the process of divorce. And why should a divorce take place? Divorce shouldn't take place looking at the Quran ayats. We joined her in marriage to you. We, Allah meaning, in His sovereignty. The Prophet consummated his marriage with her without the customary permission from her legal guardian. You see this? No one was a legal guardian. And we're told he didn't even have to give her a dowry. In another, maybe Ibn Qatir, I can't find it now again, and today, and gratified the Muslims with the feast of bread and meat. This is walima time now. He's consummated. So that there may not be any restriction for believers in respect of the wife. This is the wisdom of God. This is how you come about the wisdom of God. Using Zainab also. It can't be that if he used it like his children and his cousin Ali for Mubaila like he used, then we could say, okay, this is good. But you can't use other believers like this when Zainab can't even control her feelings and couldn't regarding Zaid and her high-born feelings in the marriage. Now we have Ibn Qatir here. The story may have come from that the Messenger of Allah never sent him. Okay, dinars. This was for the marriage with Zaid, the dowry given. But you hide in yourself, which Allah will make manifest. You did fear the people. Jarir narrated to Aisha. Ibn Jarir narrated that Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, said, if Muhammad were to have concealed, so this I've already done here, that hypocrites, the ayat, that they are scared, that apprehensive that ayat might come against them. That's a Quran ayat. Against hypocrites, you can see what Aisha says. You would say she is trying to mar the Prophet. But you did hide in yourself that which Allah will make manifest. You did fear the people, not needed for this point. I'm making here rape case against Prophet Muhammad. So when Zaid had completed his aim with her, we gave her to you in marriage, nikaha, meaning when her marriage to Zaid was over and he had separated from her. So this part is, we gave her in the Quran ayat. So through the Quran ayat, then the tafsir of this, which helps. Tell us that he raped Zainab using Allah. We married her to you, and the one who was her wali guardian in this marriage was Allah Himself. In the sense that He revealed to the Prophet that he should go in onto her without in onto her. You see, naqaha. Now they're giving clues, these tafsirs, these stories. What does naqaha mean? To go in onto her, right? You got it? You don't need to rely on anyone telling you what naqaha means. Naqaha. In the ayat, Surah Azab, ayat 37, that part. Zawaja is used, but naqaha. Here, the clue is given. So it's not Christian Prince or anyone, but thanks for their help, which your religious scholars may be hiding. We gave. So to the Prophet he should go. He revealed to the Prophet, Allah, revealed to the Prophet that he should go in unto her without any wali. Contractual agreement. So naqaha, now, according to Ibn Kathir, doesn't mean contractual agreement. Aqad. It means going in onto her. Without any wali, because he, Allah, and since I proved that this Allah also is a false Allah, because he is a false prophet through the Quran ayats, contradictions and all that, it is from other than Allah, the Quran. Any wali, contractual agreement, in aqad nahi hai. There's no aqad, there's nikaha, the Quran word in the ayat itself. It's naqaha. Well put, precisely put. I mean, in a decent manner, that he should go in unto her without any wali. Contractual agreement, aqad, dowry, or witnesses even among mankind. Imam Ahmad recorded that Tabit said that Anas, may Allah be pleased with them, said, when Zainab's iddah finished, oh, this is not so important, may Allah be pleased with her, 3 months you would say is finished now. The Messenger of Allah said to Zaid bin Harith, now he's even sending Zaid bin Harith as a so this also this is mentioned here about how he sent the proposal. Then she's sitting on the prayer mat. You can see she cannot trust him. Because at first, what happened in Surah 36? Oh, sorry, Surah 33, Ayat 36. Go to her and tell her about me that I want to marry her. So he went to her. He's using Zed. He's such a control freak. He's a stick-headed man, one of a kind. He's raping her. He's using Zed, her ex-husband, after the iddah. What etiquettes, what exalted character. What exalted character that you must follow. You're following a rapist, one of a kind, who has used Allah to rape Zainab, Bint Jahsh. Oh God. Okay, I'm getting emotional. Excuse me, just give me a moment. Don't you see it? Okay, what could you not see before? You're a Quran expert for 1400 years, that you made us attached to his grandson, and Imam Ali and all that. So Yazid is not wrong. I can't read this anymore. No, I have to. When I saw her, I felt respect for, oh God. So let me show you if you're going to go there. Aka Medipuya Ali commentary. That no, he had mercy on Zainab. And so he gave permission. It's up to him. You're going to Surah Nur, ayat 63 or 62? I'll go to 6, but I just for this. Do not make your calling of the messengers among yourselves as a call of one of you to another. Already Allah knows those of you who slip away, concealed by others. So let those beware who dissent from his Prophet's order, lest fitna strike. Dissent from Prophet's orders, right? You say no, but his consent, he tried his best, he put it, lest fitna strike them or a painful punishment. If you go back from the Prophet's orders here, Zainab could not. You can't sanctify her. What is the ayat? The messenger sanctifies in Surah Baqarah, purifies. You can't bless the marriage. You didn't. Allah didn't. When you could. Put love in Zainab's heart for us. Surah Maryam, ayat 96. And the other ayat. Lest fitna strike them. For these people, this kind of thing is going on. Let me just click on to trials, affliction, dissension. Going back on, meaning also his way or his sunnah. So let those beware who dissent from his, i.e., what is dissent? Depart or not agree to. So let the ones who fail to obey his command beware that temptation may afflict them, or painful torment may afflict them. I'll go to 62 also. Just let me see what the punishment. His orders, amrihi, yes, amrih, his orders. So what is this? Beware those who oppose. Okay. Or can we say depart also? Because Zainab could not fulfill his orders in her marriage to Zayd. Of course, she accepted the proposal, but you think this is the only, that's the proposal, marriage proposal against her will. Forced marriage also is there. He's got many, many crimes. 3 in 1, 4 in 1, with against Zayd too. Against Zainab, how many crimes he's committed in one go? How would you say? Zainab cannot coop out of the marriage. Surah Azab, step by step, 36. So where am I now? What was the point here? In the commentary section, looked at her, what messenger turned my back. Zainab, rejoice. I will do. What else is? Oh, okay. Surah Nur ayat. I'll just continue with this. Right? Okay, I have to be quite controlled here. So when I listen to myself, this is like a robot speaking, but I'm an ex-Muslim. It hurts me that I followed such one-of-a-kind rapist and I didn't see him. Only those are believers who believe in Allah and His Messenger. When they are with him on a matter requiring collective action, they do not depart, requiring collective action, okay. They do not depart until they have asked for his leave. Those who ask for thy leave are those who believe in Allah and His Messenger. So when they ask for thy leave for some business of theirs, give leave to those of them whom thou wilt, and ask Allah for their forgiveness. You see? Poor people, really. So if, like, even then, they're asking him for his permission, even then ask Allah, kuch ho sakta hai, something. Ask Allah for their forgiveness. He's so strict. So what, can you blame them for being confused? Surah Azab ayat 53. They were not leaving. They must be now so subdued. Like Umar was so scared when the verse came out. When he was speaking loudly to someone and he was the verse came. That do not speak loud in the front of the messenger and this and that. He started to really whisper and They couldn't even hear him. He's so subdued, so scared. You would be ruined if you raise your voices above the voice of the messenger. What a control freak and what a rapist, one of a kind. I, it is not, it is no fault in the blind. This is not necessary. Okay, you see this? I've looked up and down because Muslims could say Christians only critics of Islam, those ex-Muslims, atheists, critics of Islam, only show us this ayat and that. Aren't you cherry picking also? At times. I saw on, you are in dissension, disunity, Quran only, then some say don't take, even in Sunni sects, schools of thought. Some say, no, these tafsirs, these hadiths, the seerat of Prophet Muhammad, it doesn't say, there's no Quran ayat which says that we should follow the messenger, sunnah of the messenger. Only Quran. It's haram to follow this. You look at the search, Google search, how I searched it. On what was it? Sorry, I cannot help more than this. I forgot. What was I looking for? I found in Quora such a dissension between Muslims. It is sad, very sad. So you missed out on seeing that he's a... So you would say he's a... Over there also Surah Tahrim, Allah... Okay, but here permission... so he saw that Zainab couldn't get along in the marriage. But for goodness sakes... Okay, if we go... You can go on that line, this line of yours. Right? You will come back to this. Since I've shown you, and even as a Shia, if I knew... because you see, as a Shia... when we do our research, what do scientifically? We take the Islamic sources. We cannot only believe in Ali or jump to Ali. No, we have to see whether Prophet Muhammad is true or not. Allah is true. This Allah is giving us true or not. So we have to do a thorough research. How did you rule out then and go to the imams and say this is a true religion? Ooh. Since if right now I was a Shia and having seen logically, I would have left Islam. Right? Been so shocked. Thank God this knowledge and the education I got. If I was not that educated as a lawyer, I hadn't gone to London, you would have intellect of Imam Ali, Najil Balagha. You would have fooled you. I would have, like a flock, followed you, your way of thought, your school of thought. Shias. Imam Hussein, so yeah, how can there be curses? You know, there are curses against Zalimun, disbelievers. I mean, the Sunnis say no, this is about disbelievers who die. But they don't take Yazid as a disbeliever who died, even. Some of them, I don't know. So they say this Quran ayat is not for Yazid. Why do you even, maybe they, but why do you, Yazid's father was a Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad, Muawiyah, Abu Sufyan, grandfather. This much I know. But I don't know how the Sunnis take this, that Allah, the angels, and men altogether curse those disbelievers who die disbelievers. For God's sakes, Yazid got Imam Hussein, his grandson, Prophet Muhammad's grandson, killed. And he was there kissing and putting his mouth in Hassan's mouth and all this. And they're the youths of paradise. This is in Sahihs, right? In the Sunni Hadiths. about Hassan and Hussein, and one was in the while he was in sajda, and one crawled on the grandfather's neck, no, back, and he kept. Who was he? Hassan or Hussein? Who crawled? And where is it in the Sunni hadiths? It is there somewhere, right? And Umar saying to Rasulullah when Rasulullah was walking with Hassan or Hussein on his back, on his shoulders, seated. No, no, Umar, don't say the rider is good. Say the one riding is good also, like that, something like this, the hadith from the Sunni. So, okay, now we have our neighbors. There's some sound in the background. Do not go away until they ask his permission. Surely the one who asks your permission are those who believe in Allah. Ooh, so when they ask your permission, do not apply this verse to Surah Azab, verse 37. Saying, oh, Zainab couldn't, or that part where Zainab, the tafsir, where Zainab couldn't deal with her feelings. Okay, I think I should go because my neighbor is out and I cannot get up to close the window again. I need some fresh air. Okay, they stopped it. Surely the ones who ask your permission. Now, look at this. Right? He lied. Seduce. No, no, no. Let me show you some. Yeah, Surah Araf first. And that you say about Allah that which you do not know. Surah Araf ayat 33. Just to make sure it hasn't come on my heart, I keep forgetting. 33 ayat. And haram, haram, haram. It is forbidden. So if some Sunnis want to see this direct verse, what is forbidden, that you even say something which you do not know about Allah, he's used Allah, where will he be? What crimes he's committed using Allah? Against polytheists, what false gods and all, forefathers they were. Now you apply this. How will you punish? How will you punish Prophet Muhammad now? And you're going killing people, and the Taliban are coming into Islamabad and all this. Oh my God. And how much punishments against apostates, and what, if not death penalty, be stern with them and all Shias. Imam Ali will, or Imam Mahdi, how he will treat these apostates if you leave it on them. Some Shias would. Or you be like His Highness Agha Khan, the Ismaili Shia Islam Imam. You be very kind, like Imam Ali has said, to punish how? To punish an evildoer. Be very good with the good doer. Christopher Machoko is here. Welcome, Christopher Machoko. Just to say hi. Hi, Christopher Machoko. And my best wishes to you and your listeners. Thank you so much, Christopher Machoko. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for this. I really needed it after what tragedy had happened here in one of my live streams one day, or some more live streams. So I would have been discouraged that no one will come here, no one will like me, no one will approve. I was discouraged at one time, but I said I have to come here whether you like me or not, whether I act like a monster here or what. So you see this, what a rapist, one of a kind. Now I had to take recourse because to the rape definition by the Westerners. Britannica, thank you, gave me. And another points that I'm missing, what are they now? Oh yeah, nikah. Let me show you how this Surah Azaf that we married her to you. Please don't get married, yes, here, but this is wrong. What is nakaha? It's not akad. So I have to disconnect my mind.
زوجناكها
Nakaha. Take the tafsir, right? He went on to her without any wali, without any witness, without anything. Because we married her to you, Allah is saying this way. And what is nakaha? If what Christian prince and what the Christian critics of Islam and the Quran are saying, what is nakaha? So it's right, Shias? We must take this Ibn Qatir's way of saying. And that you should, astaghfirullah, the Allah of, idol worshippers, in the sense that Allah revealed to the Prophet that he should go in unto her. Nakaha, zawaja, wife? No, maybe a partner for nakaha. Without anybody, again, yeah. But here, well said, well put for that Quran ayat. Nakaha, zawaja, nakaha. Kathir is not wrong, Shias. Ibn Kathir is not wrong. Ibn Kathir is not wrong, Shias. So if this really is true, that nakaha means what it means, what the Christian prince, Islamic critics have told us, revealed to us what nakaha means. It's not aqad, contractual marriage. And without even contractual agreement, dowry or witnesses among mankind. So, one day in my pain, I was like, yesterday or so, no, he has used Allah to rape Zainab and Jahsh. Her consent, he deceived her. So I looked at, that's why I had to go search for the rape definition, which Britannica has given here. And for sure it says, or deception. Do you see this? So please don't. I have to take recourse to this way, broken here, Western way. Yes, I would agree to the Western way because it has given me what my logic said, came to the conclusion that he has raped Zainab bin Jahsh, deceiving her, that it is Allah. Now that I know it is not Allah, it is other than Allah who sent these Quran ayats. Who maybe Shaitan gave it to him. Or he copy-pasted from others and made himself a prophet. And made his progeny so important also. If you take Shia Islam, Ali and Fatima, Hassan, Hussein. So please don't blame me. But see that very logically I came to this, but very painfully, that how he got away. And you worship him and you respect him and you honor him and you exalt his name night and day. Him night and day. Because there are times when in Surah Allah it says, what? Glorify the name of your Lord, not Allah himself. Sometimes the Quran ayats are like this. So in Surah Fat ayat 9, when it says exalt him night and day, not his name, not Allah's name, but Prophet Muhammad. You can say for Prophet Muhammad, to exalt Prophet Muhammad night and day. Because, see, so that's another point I have just realized. So it is from other than. You see, if you Surah Fat ayat 9, if you mistranslate it, which you have done, your Quran ayats, Quran experts and religious scholars, Surah Ala says, or even if you take, which other? Surah Ala, Surah Ghafir, it says here, because the name of Allah, the attributes of Allah are important. Allah you don't You are given the attributes so you can praise Him by His attributes, His words. Exalt the name of your Lord the Most High. Or, like it says, face. They desire the face of Allah. Does it say exalt Allah night and day? Here it says exalt the name of your Lord the Most High. Let's see if there is. Okay, there may be a Quran ayat which says exalt Allah night and day. But there are also Quran ayats which say we desire His face, wajha, and glorify His name, attributes. What are you doing? Ya Wadudo. Huh? Ya Ghafaro, Ya Ghafuro. Exalt Allah. But if there are ayats like this, then I'll show you. I'm not escaping. So exalted is Allah. Already exalted is Allah. Okay. The sovereign, the truth. There is no deity. I can't find the ayat which says, let me see. So exalted is Allah. There is no God other than He. He is the Lord of the glorious throne. Whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth exalts Allah. Here, yes. Surah Hashar ayat 1. Exalts Allah. And He is the exalted in might and the wise. But there are times, okay, so yeah, I agree with this. Yes, I correct myself. But how shall I say it then? That there are times Quran ayats say exalt His name. Let's go to this. Glorified Isma. Also you can do this, right? Glorify the name of your Lord, the Most High. And also desiring His face we worship. Like something like this the Quran ayat goes. So when we come to Surah Fat, okay, so exalt Him night and day, or here it couldn't it mean for a little, like, chances are, because the way this Quran ayat is also put, it cannot mean Allah, because then Allah, because you see, after Allah is His messenger, wa rasulihi, and may honor Him. So you can't skip the Rasulullah that is put here and go to saying that honor Him, although there are dissenting views about this Quran ayat interpretation. I'm not the one saying this, right? So may honor Him. Now you're skipping and His messenger. Or if you say skip the messenger, you say, okay, honor Him, some say is His messenger. Respect Him is His messenger. And glorify Him morning and evening is not His messenger but Allah. How can you do this and skip all that? Skip His messenger in the end and say Him is Allah. No, you cannot do this. Because it started with this, that you may believe in Allah, so the ending is very good. It points to Allah. What your minds go to, really. When you want to defend someone, a satanic mind, I must say, pops into you, the Satan. And what reasons, excuses you come up with. Oh my goodness. That it's head banging already, as it is very difficult. So there may be cognitive dissonance, there may be shaitan in us. Like even I fail to see in some cases where Kaltoffer was leading me, right? Can you blame me? I got very angry. Because with Salahuddin also when he comes. So I thought Kaltoffer I cannot trust. That he's a hidden Shia, Muslim or Sunni. Because taqiyya you can use whatever. So many things you have used to cover yourselves. Please see this. Please see. And then poor Zainab, I tell you. So okay, if I cannot establish this, that it is not Allah in the end, he would have said, and therefore exalt Allah, morning and evening, and therefore exalt Allah, Him, and therefore, thus, right? It would be and thus, because if it wants to be the first one, Allah, before His messenger, then thus exalting Him before sunrise and before sunset. Thus, could you, and honor Him and respect Him. What is for thus and thus glorifying Him? We could say yes, it goes back to the first one, that you may believe in Allah. Allah, not not His messenger. And thus. But there's no thus. Is there a thus in Arabic? So I don't know, really confusing. So you can check that and please do your research. If maybe you may be in cognitive dissonance, very angry at me also as a Muslim, some of you fuming. But I tell you, whether you're fuming, please, it's not good for you. But if you want to give me galis here, abuse me, this, that, or act good, pretentiously too, because you've known my behavior now, you're scared. I'm also like a dictator, can't take it now. If I see a suspect, even wrongly, that you are, you're hiding as a Shia and with a Christian name, this, that, I will blow my top off. Right? And then abuse comes because I'm not feeling well and all this. Although I condemn it strongly and curses and all this and threats. So, where shall I go now? Nowhere to go? Is it clear? Is it clear? Because you see, going to Britannica for this definition, again I'm telling you, oh my God, he's raped. This means it's not only adultery. He's raped Zainab bin Jahsh using Allah. And it's a false Allah and all this. I just have to. No copyrights infringement intended, Britannica or the ads by Google. Sorry about this. But I have to show you this so that you don't blame any or me or look, what's the use of blaming someone? You can blame me, but please see that you are honor, yani you are following a religion of a rapist who has dishonored, been sacrilegious to Allah and His name and things. Oh my goodness, and put so much blame on the polytheists. That they follow false gods, and anyone who gives a wrong thing to that true Allah and all that, right? And then on blasphemy and all this, punishments are there. If it's not death penalty, then at least it's something like confinement. Or why be harsh like this for a rapist? One of a kind of his time. One of a kind. Oh, I don't think I've done. No, any rapists like him. Surah Nisa itself, slave girls falling into the hands of you'll say, oh, it's that's in Musa, that's in the Torah, that's in the Exodus, that's in the Deuteronomy. No, forget that. If it is, then I also reject those scriptures. Oh my goodness. Through deception, you see? Either force, minors, okay. But you see, force, okay. You would say Zainab's consent, but how did her consent come in? Because Allah, he uses Allah. And hence I've proven through that this Allah is false. It's from other than Allah. If you find discrepancies in the Quran ayats, what happens? Contradictions. What's that verse again? In Quran ayat. In Quran, then it is other from other than Allah, right? Quran ayat. Surah 4, verse 82. Do you see this? Then do they not reflect upon the Quran? If it had been from any other than Allah, they would have found within it much contradiction. Or even one, actually this ayat is wrong. If you find much, I would say that if it's a true book, you would not even find 1% of contradiction in any part of the ayat even. In parts of the ayats or a ayat. God knows better how to have put it. Exactly, precisely. But even this ayat is not put well, properly. So what is he? Is Allah he uses? False Allah is used for Zainab. And how? So if it's difficult other ways, I step by step prove Surah Azab verse 36. A divorce should not have been taken place. And how he under our noses he's done this. And you are respecting a one of a kind rapist. Power, to gain power over Zainab. Some time ago in my live stream, what did I say when I was on Zainab's point case? Seems like he has had something against Zainab. Wikipedia Zainab Bint Jahsh. Remember that live stream? He's distorted, twisted. He's twisted, depraved. And you are going to, but there's an ayat. You know what depraved means, right? Twisted. I use twisted because I have that American English. Morally corrupt, wicked. So who is this ayat for? That you should follow this messenger's example here. Exalted. In fact, not follow, meaning imitate. Follow the exalted character, moral character of the messenger, right? Who is this? They are speaking about. He is so depraved. An exalted example. Follow him that so you may be guided. Surah Araf verse 158. Verily you, O Muhammad, are on an exalted standard of character. I exalted and raised because it is superior. I can't find all the ayats on that. So one ayat in Surah Azab also it is what. But whoever of you is obedient to Allah and His Messenger and does good deeds, Allah will double her reward. Whoever of you is obedient to Allah and His Messenger, Allah will double Zainab's reward. In marriage, what happened, we are told. Contrary to his high morals of person, testify he is right-minded and sound-natured. Surah Quran.com, and you look at all these ayats, right? exalted character. Follow. Verily, you are imitate him. Follow him. Many ayats like this, that you may be guided. Follow him so that Surah Araf ayat 158. And he's of exalted moral character. Surah Azab and Surah Qalam also, maybe. Let me directly show you, since I'm here, Qalam. So believe in Allah and His Messenger, the unlettered Prophet. This from Surah Araf. Thou standest, that you stand exalted to a high and noble character. That is why you are enduring all these hardships in your mission of guiding the people to the right. So it says 1 to 16. It doesn't give the number of the ayat which this is. It's about his exalted, noble, high character. Ayah 4 it says here. So this is surahquran.com. Good character, morals, ethics, manners. Surah Kalam ayat 2. Tafsirs. You see this? How can I follow him? Now that I find out he's not only an adulterer but a rapist of Zainab and Jahsh, especially in this case. But in other cases, I want to just remain blind for now. It would be difficult to prove, making himself a prophet, but this very easy to prove now, which I have done by the help of someone, and that you, those who help me, remain secure while doing this from harm, and by what they, Ibn Abbas, Mujahid and Qatada all said that this means what they write, okay, creation, swearing by the pen. Verily you are on an exalted character, this one. Quran ayat tafsir. And verily you are on an exalted, Al-Awfi, reported from Ibn Abbas, verily you are on a great religion, and it is Islam. Likewise said Mujahid, Abu Malik, As-Sudi, and Al-Rabbi bin Anas, and Dahak, Ad-Dahak, and Ibn Zayd, all said that also said this. Sa'id bin Abi Aruba reported from Qatada that he said concerning Allah's statement, and verily you are on an exalted standard of character. It has been mentioned to us that Sa'ad bin Hisham asked Aisha about the character of the Messenger of Allah. So she replied, have you not read the Quran? Saad said, of course. Then she said, verily the character of the Messenger of Allah was the Quran. Goes on. And there are Muslims saying that even his enemies said that he is of exalted, like Abu Sufyan when he goes to that hadith, right? So there was a debate on his Samir, ex-Muslim, not a Samiri, but a Samir, ex-Muslim, and that a religious scholar had a debate. What have I proven? Have I really? Yes, I have proven. And so you go through the research, through it. Sorry, you'll have to listen to my voice. Sometimes it gets very like this, but then aram se baith ke, silent, contemplate, sit quietly, collectively, empty your mind, go through this the way I've shown you, and see if he is the rapist of Zainab bin Jahsh or not. Right? Thank you so much. I will come back later Christopher Machoko, thank you so much. God bless you and your family members. And have a wonderful, blessed day always.